Yo, what is up, guys? JDZero, and giving you guys some ghetto updates. Ghetto updates. Um, so I just recently started talking to some of the other YouTubers on the tournament. I am officially closing it down because as to we've been not haven't been putting up content. I haven't been putting up content, and again, it's one of those things for us as to what's going on, what's gonna be on here, whatever. If people are gonna be recording or not recording, getting content up there, and I want to share, with you guys the content, not only for me, but also other YouTubers, or try to at least help other YouTubers grow. That's pretty much what the whole concept of the tournament that I was trying to get out there. Uh, but yeah, since I've been busy and since they've been busy, I haven't been putting up content as much as I need to. I've been generally just playing Pokemon Go, as you see. For the most part, it just again content been not putting up on my channel. I've been on the PS4. I just so much with work, just haven't been putting up content. So I decided to basically shut down the Squirrel League Championship tournament because it was just again everybody was busy. It started to slow down. It started to get to the point where not everybody was trying to get the content up there, and if they were, they was able to get like the first three, the first two, and I also needed to record some of the battles for certain other YouTubers so they could put content up. Again, still for me, nothing. So again, like I said, it was something that I want to do, at least put something on the channel that I didn't have before. And remember, guys, I tried having this championship league to be successful than the other one, therefore try to get the content up. But so far it seemed like it was gonna be successful, but then you had one YouTuber dropping out without any words, and then we end up getting a little bit super lazy with putting up the content again. What can you do when one person drops out? I feel like everybody's gonna follow by just not putting up the content, or just end up getting busy and not able to do so, and be able to be busy with something else. But that's not the only issue. That was the only issue. But I decided to go ahead, just again, like, just shut it down for you know for the time being, and I will bring it up again. I will bring up the Squirrel League Championship again. Now the thing is, it's gonna be a little bit different than what it is the first time. It is gonna be a little bit different than what the first time was. Um, the thing is that I was gonna do is basically go ahead and go into a situation where that in reality what I want to do is go in, right? Just go in, use a situation where that instead of doing a 3-week type content for each member, right? We're gonna do a one and done type of tournament. So it's gonna be, we're only gonna do 1 round each. So if I'm grabbing 7 other players, basically it's 8 players regardless. It's still gonna be like an 8 player type tournament, but everybody's gonna get 1 round. 1 round, 1 round, 1 round, 1 round. Until we hit to the finals and basically win. Uh Basically since there's 8 rounds, it's like we take out whatever, and then it leaves us with 4 people. So that's one tournament. So that's like one battle for that week. Then we get to our semi finals, and that's bam, second week. And then we go to our finals, left with the one person. And then once that's done, that's your third week battle. So it's basically faster. It's basically easier to do. I want to go ahead and change it to like that, so it helps out with, okay, if someone is gonna be busy, you don't have to do that much content, right? That's fair, right? So I want to do that because it'll just basically make it way much easier for people, way easier for me, because now I know no one will drop out, and we can just keep getting content and content up. Another thing about me reopening and doing the tournament like so is it doesn't have to be just me as a YouTuber making the content. I'm actually gonna let the fans join in this one. And the thing about what the fans only have to do in this situation, whatever group you are in the amino, like any Wi-Fi Pokemon aminos or any like amino at all, if you want to share your content, letting people know where you at in said tournament, or if you want to announce that you're in this tournament and you want to show it and share it off, and you want to take pictures of the battle and you know post it up like that, that's fine. That's one way of doing it. That's showing, and also showing me the match, because since I'm hosting the match, I need to know where you are at in said tournament. So I'd be like, okay, well, here's the image of this, and show where you guys are at in the finals or semifinals. Therefore, we can know what's going on, how this is happening, how that is happening, and everything. So that's what I want to do. Uh, Eventually, I will come up with more information about that tournament once I reopen the tournament. But right now, like I said, the tournament is officially closed. I'm sorry, it's bound to be like that. It is like that. I already talked with the other YouTubers about the situation. They're already accepting it. A couple other YouTubers saying that they are gonna start another tournament. In regards to that, uh, I'm gonna be seeing what's gonna happen with that. But again, like I said, for my tournament overall, it is officially closed until I open it up again. I'm hoping to open it again probably in another, let's see, it's September. I would say somewhere during October I will start the new opening of the tournament. So it's gonna be like a grand opening, a re-grand opening of the tournament, basically. Uh, but yeah, again, it sucks for me to having to do that, but it is what it is. Um, but yeah, it's one of those things again, guys. It's really one of those things. I really want to do something better and get content out for you, because again, I haven't been pinning out content, and a lot of my other YouTubers have not been pinning out content. So I wanted to do something different, and hopefully it'll benefit me and benefit everybody else in a way. Um, on the other thing, so on this side note, as I was going and rambling on, I also had a situation with watching, again, watching Verlisify. I know you guys have so much issues about Verlisify, but this is part of the update video. I really had a situation where I was watching Verlisify videos. Now, you guys already know about the whole concept with Verlisify and the bad shaming of Verlisify and the bad shaming about him either liking Pokemon. Don't everybody like Pokemon? He likes Pokemon. I like Pokemon. Now, my concern with everybody, especially him, I mean, I don't really have a general, mad problem with him. Is how he says that us as fans, in a way where we're not technically truly fans because we do all these, well, for people who wants to make their games a little bit more difficult than what it is. Now, yes, Pokemon is easy. Pokemon's always been easy. If you have not noticed it, it has been easy. There, and this is coming from me, from an experience of Pokemon from Generation One. Pokemon's been easy. I played Pokemon from Generation 1 all the way up to now. Pokemon's been easy. I don't know where supposedly hardcore fans of Pokemon thought it was difficult from Generation 1 all the way up to now. Pokemon always been easy. Now, there is that point where, yeah, there are some difficult boss matches, or at least boss Pokemon that you might have to deal with. Saying like Generation 7, the continue story to, well, not even a continue story, but an alternate story being the Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. There is that difficulty with one of the legendary Pokemon. Yes, that is true. Ultra Necrozma was a difficult Pokemon unless you don't know how to figure your way around it and have the right precautions to challenging it. Yes, that's going to be a difficult mod, regardless. But overall, the game is easy. Overall, all the games are technically easy. It's just when you're trying to deal with a mod like that, particularly, it's going to be difficult. Or if you're dealing with any legendary mod, sometimes there's going to be difficult moments unless you have the right Pokemon to deal with it. If you don't, you don't. Sorry, you're at a loss. But again, Pokemon has always been easy. Even if the difficulty is up or down, it's always been easy. Because it's meant to be fun to play, it's meant for everyone to play. I agree with that for the same reasons that Verlisify agrees with it. Now, back to hacking and whatnot. Again, I still agree with Verlisify when it comes to hacking, but I also disagree with Verlisify for hacking. Because overall, even if it's the game that you love to play, hacking has been a thing for centuries. It always has been. It's always been that way, from stating as to, well, Cayman finding the wheel or creating the whole concept of the wheel to make it much easier to move around and go places, to speed up the process. There's always been that thing that makes it a life hack to go faster and be, able to do stuff. And when Pokemon end up coming to the point where IVs were more of a thing, even though like they were showing the fact that even in Generation 1, IVs was a thing, but we don't look at the IVs because it is Generation 1. And then going into Generation 3 still wasn't a thing. Then Generation 4 came out, and Generation 4 is the one thing that kind of changed the whole concept like, oh, IVs are a thing. Let's do it, you know? IV's been a thing from Generation 4 to 5 to 6, now 7, but the concept of hacking the mons in is end up being from that point from Generation 3. So you had Generation 2 and Generation 1 were the only Pokemon games that didn't really have that much to do with hacking. There was glitching, but not really that much of like importing Pokemon into the game. Until Generation 3 came out. Generation 3 came out, ended up getting to the point where Action Replay has officially started to do stuff that no other game has done in their series, and that's cheating, hacking Pokemon into the game. Now, there has been other games that had cheating, hacking supported by Action Replay, but again, more hacking has gone into Pokemon as a series. It's always been that way. Uh, Again, yes, there are people who play Pokemon legitimately. There's also people who probably play Pokemon legitimately, and then once they're done playing the game legitimately, they eventually start to put hacking into it. Uh, there's a lot of people who does that. Again, granted, it's probably because they want to have a competitive Pokemon much faster than what they would do it for breeding. Even then, it's like over the course of I would say 6th gen. Over the course of 6th gen, they made the concept of breeding the Pokemon competitively much easier, much faster to do. Then once they got to 7th generation, they also still kind of made it much easier for you to do the process. Therefore, what's the whole point of the doing the whole hacking? Now you may say, "Oh, but it still takes forever. It takes too long." No, it does not take forever. It does not take a long time. Honestly, the only easy thing that they did to make the game so easy was to get your kicking competitive Pokemon. Now, if you can't regulate that, then what's the point of you playing the game anymore, right? So I don't understand. So not only that this video has ended up being not just an update, it's also been a rant video because now I'm like I kind of want to rant. I want to put my 2 cents into this concept, this whole issue between Verlicify and the community itself. The reason why I want to put my thoughts into it or rant about why I don't understand why there's so much issue between the community as a whole and Verlicify. Now, one, this is another issue that I'm also concerned about Verlicify, not to the hacking wise, but as to complaining about someone's content. Now, if you're doing a bad thing as to, again, it's you're trying to earn money. Is either you get a job to earn such money, or you try to somehow work your way through YouTube to also attaining money. There's also the same thing with Twitch. You get popular so you can also still eventually get to the point of earning money on said website. Therefore, you're trying to work a job on said website. Now, yes, a lot of people do bet or do try to somehow engaged into the point of having people spend their money on said YouTuber or a Twitch streamer. I get it, but again, as them who's trying to make a living, you're also trying to make a living. So the fact that you want to come up on here and complain about another YouTuber and the toxicity of another YouTuber who's trying to make a living himself, as to you who's making a living for yourself, and complain about situations like this makes no sense to me. When it does make sense to me, but it doesn't make sense to me. Now I also have a job. I don't even really beg that much. Honestly, I don't even beg at all. Yes, I'll try to say, oh hey, I do have my custom shirts on T Public, but you don't have to pay for the shirts. You could donate, but you don't have to donate a lot. You could just donate $1. But I'm not gonna go that route all the time. I just put it out there just in case. If you do want it, you do it. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. It's not a big issue. But again, it's one of those things. It's another complaint that you feel like you need to put your 2 cents in to say like, oh, here's this, here's that. People who wants to play a hacked version of a Pokemon game should not get criticized because it's because you think they're not a fan of the original series. I'm pretty sure everybody who has ever played Pokemon before playing a hacked version of the game. Not because of difficulty wise, because they wanted to see what it will be like playing a game that's not Pokemon but still related to Pokemon. It's always been that way. Now, they're not saying Pokemon, the original Pokemon game is not good because they still buy the original game. But again, to play the game a little bit differently than what they usually do, just let them do it. Let them make the content. Stop complaining. Stop whining about it. Stop trying to make a complaint, an issue about a game like that against other people because they put it up there on their channel. Granted, it's cool that you're making content on the subject matter, but you're the one who's causing the drama a little bit. Just a little bit. Complaining about it. Stop it. Stop it. Now, again, back to the whole hacking thing again, because I keep going back to this. The whole hacking thing where people who, again, like I said, Generation 6 and Generation 7 have made it easier for people to breed Pokemon. To better do it the right way. Much easier to do it the right way. The much faster way to still do it the right way. Now, again, like Velisify said, there is breeding, there is a breeding guide on YouTube about that. There are websites showing you how to do that exactly, like going to survey.net that actually has that information. Looking it up, the guide on YouTube will basically show you how to do it. Even Velisify made a video on that same subject. It's there, it's out there, just do it. Stop trying to go ahead and go through the whole concept of hacking your moms to just think it's gonna take you even faster to do it, because it generally does not take you that much faster to do the same thing by breeding the Pokemon and giving it what it needs to be given by just breeding and doing all the natural things in the gaming. Now, what my problem is that Velisify still has not separated, because he still feels like hacking in general should stop. from a game. Now, I explained it a couple of times before. If you're using hacking Pokemon for entertainment to make a video, you're using it for entertainment to make a video. Now, someone who feels like they should not do so, you probably just need to just dislike the video regardless. If you have a complaint about someone using a hack mod because they're doing a regular Wi-Fi battle with probably with a friend or a fan who is accepting the terms of said hacking, then what is your problem? Huh? What is your problem? I'm sorry that I'm looking this way, looking that way, not looking directly at the camera here, but like I'm saying, it's been that point where I don't understand. Why do you have a problem with said person who's hacking their mods in a non-professional official game championship league compared to people who want to just make content where content is given that they could do? Like, again, another thing that, like, again, where I was talking about where it just kind of pissed me off a little bit, because the fact that you're attacking Pig Knight or Pimp Knight, I get it. He's actually hacking mods that he shouldn't be hacking just to get early access to people with Pokemon. Yeah, that's yeah, that shouldn't be happening. That's a no. I get it, and I agree with that. That's fine with me for agreeing with that, because that is true. He shouldn't just give mons that's not even out yet, because he needs to earn those mons through events, from going up to an actual game store to getting these events, and then eventually go ahead and say, okay, hey, here's the giveaway because it's on the day of and whatnot. Excuse me, sorry. So I understand that point where, yeah, you could argue that realistify. You could go ahead and say, yeah, that is the issue, and I will agree with you. But again, if he's using hack mons to play against someone or whatever, and not only that the viewer knows this, not only the person that he's against as well knows this, then, because it sounds like you haven't even asked the viewer or asked the person who he's playing against if he was using hack mods or whatever the case might be. You don't know this. You don't know this entirely. So, therefore, you're bringing up toxicity again, where toxicity shouldn't even be coming in at the first place, without even trying to ask set person about the information. But then you block them on Twitter, like a lot of people has been saying that you do. You block people on Twitter because you feel like their opinion does not matter to you, because you're the righteous of the righteous, that you believe what's right and you believe whatever they think is wrong. I have that same set mind, but even then I feel like that is completely garbage and wrong, because not all of that is correct. Not all of that is pretty much fine and glory and dandy. It just is not. Like, again, like Hilton Scrappy and everybody else, they played Pokemon legitimately, but hey, they also want to do fun little gimmicks in their videos that have to do with hacking their Pokemon. And again, are they in a official tournament trying to play this in that way? No, they're not. Even Duncan said the exact same thing. Long as you're not in an official tournament, as to what we know, you're not in an official Championship League tournament that's hosted by the Pokemon Company themselves? What is the problem with hacking Pokemon? Is it really bothering you? Is it taking the momentum away from you as the player who that person is not in that official tournament with you? No, it is not. Therefore, why are you watching said video? Why are you not disliking the video in the first place? Because you feel that is wrong. Maybe you should not look at the video. Maybe you should not be watching their content. But yet and still, you are subscribed to them. And you're watching the content that they're making. Now, that's the thing. I don't know if you noticed, but he is subscribed to them. He is watching content from these guys. And for someone who's like that, who watch content from these guys, you have so much, bad things to say about these other YouTube content creators about it. Again, like I said, there is that whole issue with Flick. There is that issue with A Drive. For those top players who are in an official tournament, like I said, I agree with you. If they're using it in an official tournament, they should just automatically get booted. But there's more likely, yes, they might have Pokemon that are passable through the game. So again, there is another way also checking if a person is using hacked legitimate mods or hacked mods regardless. There is another way to checking that out. And again, this is something that the Pokemon Company or the Pokemon officials should do for every single game, or at least every game that you know. Probably even at the start, once you enter the tournament, whatever, and they check your bag, like go into your Pokemon game and check the bag in your Pokemon game, and if you see like there's infinite items that shouldn't even be there, or infinite items regardless in your set bag, that's notifying them that you modified your game, therefore you cannot play in said tournament. That should be the number one rule here when going into said tournament. If you trying to like catch anybody playing not legitimate, just saying, it is that ruling. And now why I'm looking off to the side is because I'm making sure my fan to my CPU is still fine and not overheating. I'm just, because lately it's just been overheating and I don't know what the issue. Because I have a fan low, that's probably why. Just to give you guys a clear voicing of my sound instead of hearing the fan, I've been trying to like make sure my computer is working fine without any issues. But again, like I keep saying, it's one of those things that I feel like should be an understanding to getting rid of hackers. Check their bags, see if they're having infinite items, and if they do, just boot them out. So you reduces the chances of people who are actually hacking in an official tournament and not respecting the set rules of the official tournament. Now, again, like I was explaining earlier, again, if it's not in the official tournament and whatnot, and you're with friends or you're trying to make content with friends, and they know that you're using hack mods and they're also accepting that, then you should let it be. If you're not gonna let it be and make content on people who are not in an official tournament and letting them do what they want to do with their game that they bought, let me just repeat that, a game that they freaking bought, respectfully, with their third party that they bought, again, respectfully, playing the game with their friends in a non-official tournament with their rules and whatever they can say in their rules, could go, why are you being such a dick? I'm sorry for the language, but why are you being such a meanie? Huh, Felicify? Why? Again, there's the toxicity right there. The fact that you don't explain that there is a separation between the two, and understanding, yes, again, hacking is bad. But in reality, hacking is not all that bad. It's because you're playing with friends and they're accepting the hacking. They understand that you're not going into a tournament to use for that hacking resource, because you're playing with them and they accept it in their round little table. They're accepting it in their little group that they play with each other to play whatever rules that's in that game to using hack mods. Again, there's a difference from an official tournament and there's a difference when you're playing with your friends. And to separate those two, again, that's the one thing that I want to go about with you guys and with Realistify. Just separate the two and understand that there is a huge difference between hacking in general when it comes to dealing with friends and family and just dealing with an official tournament that's hosted by the company. Just saying. If you guys enjoy my little update and rent video, go ahead, hit the like button. Go ahead, share it with everybody. Go ahead and even share it with Realistify himself, because hopefully he does understand. I did comment on his video about the whole hacking thing and everything. And then there's also that whole thing with what was it? Pokemon card trainer card game. I another thing that I also agree with people who don't know how to freaking shuffle your freaking cards correctly. Because again, it is cheating if you don't shuffle them right, or you have someone cut your shuffle or whatever. It's just not right if you're not gonna do it correctly. Just follow the rules. That's the major thing. This is the one thing I kind of want to lead off with. Is just follow the rules. Jeez, just follow the freaking rules. Don't don't do like everybody else and not follow the rules, because again, that's where we're at when you're gonna separate the community because you just don't follow the freaking rules. Just follow the rules. Okay, guys. I'm just gonna go ahead, head out again. Like I said, I will bringing up back the Pokemon Squirtle Championship League eventually once October hits, and maybe I can start recording some other stuff like Pokemon Go. Hopefully. I don't know. I've been having some trouble doing the recording for Pokemon Go. It's it's a hit and miss with Pokemon Go. Honestly, it's kind of a hit and miss. So I'll let you know next time if I get Pokemon Go, but start it all up and everything. I'll just probably just play Black Ops 4 and just give you guys Black Ops 4 content streaming. See you guys. Bye.